everybody, welcome back to my channel. Sorry for the odd angle of this video. I feel like you're kind of looking up at my nostrils here. I've also just got out of the shower, so I'm looking a bit crazy. Sorry. I should probably start to attempt to look a bit presentable on these videos, but I usually kind of do them in spur of the moment things. So anyways, so yeah, I wanted to speak about twitching hotspots. I know this is something that a lot of people stress out about, and to be honest, the reason why I haven't made a video on this before is because I never had hotspots. So I've had a few bouts of prolonged twitching. My first bout lasted about 6 months, second bout lasted about 3 months, and I've been twitching again since my son was born, so I'm approaching 3 months now. And yeah, with the other times I've twitched, it's just been very sort of widespread. I've never noticed like a pattern or anything like that. This time, however, I definitely have hotspots, which, you know, I think a lot of us get stressed when we have hotspots, because if you kind of Google it, you know, it kind of will make you think the hotspots are terrible and that you're doomed, basically. So yeah, I've noticed that I've got a couple of hotspots, but the main one being in my left foot. So in the arch of my foot, I twitch quite a lot there, and I've had that for about a month now, where it's twitching every day in that spot. Not constant, but it is every day. Another hotspot is this, the left side of my tongue. And this is what's been stressing me out as well. A lot of my hotspots are on the left. So obviously my irrational brain freaks out about that, like, why is it on one side of the body? But I think sometimes as well, when we have anxiety, when we focus on something, I think I'm only kind of noticing the ones on the left now, rather than anything on the right, because I'm so concerned about the left. Yeah, so the side of my tongue on the left, my left, the arch in my left foot, and also sort of, you know, that thinner part by there on the left. So yeah, they've kind of been my hotspots lately. They're not, you know, like I said, they're not twitching constantly, and I do have twitching all over my body in other areas as well. But yeah, it's not nice having a hotspot, because it just stresses you out, doesn't it? Like, it's just, you know, it's not good. And I actually I saw a neurologist about a month ago for a different issue, but I mentioned my twitching, and I mentioned that they were kind of in like hotspot areas, and he just sort of like laughed it off and just said that, you know, the amount of people that go in worried about twitching is just becoming more and more frequent. So yeah, it's not nice, and I've kind of, what calmed me down is that I joined a BFS group on Facebook, and there are so many people on there that have hotspots, and you know, some people on there have had like just their calf twitching for like 6 months, and like, you know, they're fine, like they haven't gone on to develop anything nasty, and you know, so there are some people on there that just literally have one isolated muscle twitching, you know, which if you Google that, you know, you would think you 100% have ALS, because that's kind of how ALS starts. But it just goes to show that Google is an absolute dickhead, sorry for swearing, but secondly, that, you know, twitching affects people completely differently. Some people will twitch from head to toe, literally everywhere, and do you know what, I have twitched in places that you would not think that could twitch. Like, I'm not kidding, like my bum, just, yeah, crazy places that you would never think. Like in the inside of my ear, it's just weird. Yeah, so some people have it everywhere, some people just have it on one side of their body, some people just have it like, you know, one muscle. Some people will have a hotspot for 3 months, and then, you know, we'll go somewhere else. So yeah, I think it's just reassuring to join those kind of groups. And the thing is as well with BFS is, so it's confusing. So there's like anxiety-induced twitching, and then there's like BFS, which is supposed to be a sort of disorder on its own. But I really believe that they're all the same thing. I just believe that benign fasciculation syndrome is caused by anxiety or some kind of trauma, because a lot of people on there that you speak to, their twitching would have started after a prolonged period of stress and anxiety, or B, some kind of like injury, or lastly, like a virus. So I think it's just when the body is suppressed and, you know, something has happened, I think it just, something in the nervous system goes wrong, and that causes the twitching, obviously. So yeah, I think joining those kind of groups are really, really good, because, you know, you've got like 4,000 people on there that have the same symptoms as you. And, you know, I know it's not nice to say this, but you will find comfort in the fact that you'll find a lot of people that have it a lot worse than you. And, you know, they don't have what you're thinking that you have. So I think that's really beneficial, is to join those kinds of groups. And, you know, you've got to be careful with Facebook groups, because they can be absolutely brilliant, or they can actually cause you more stress. So I always kind of try it. Like I'll join a new Facebook group, and I'll just kind of see how I feel about it for a week. And if I find that it's stressing me out, I'll just leave it. But I have found that the BFS pages are pretty good, and they seem to be well managed as well, which is good. So yeah, if you have any twitching hotspots, comment down below. I think it's always great when people can come to this video and look at the comments and see what everyone else is thinking, because I'm only one person. So, you know, it's better when there's a lot of people that have the same thing, and you can kind of reassure yourself that way. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna stop my little rant now. Hope you're all keeping safe. Times are really difficult right now, and I think at times like this, it's important to reach out to loved ones and just try and stay connected as best you can. But yeah, I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.